Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are going to determine whether a given ordered pair x and y coordinates is a solution of an equation. Okay, now to do this, the approach would be to, let me bring you across here, to actually substitute either the x or the y coordinate into the equation. That will leave us with an unknown. We are going to then solve for this unknown. And if the x and y coordinate that we obtain from solving it match the given ordered pair exactly, it is a solution. If it doesn't, then it is not a solution. So let's put this approach into practice with the following 4 questions. So I'm going to zoom in on part A. All right. So for part A, right, where we have 2x plus y equals to 16, that is the equation, and the ordered pair is 4, 8. Mr. Tan like to highlight the x and the y to make it easier. So we have to choose either we substitute the x or the y into the equation, which is either 4 or 8. And after solving for the other coordinate, if we get exactly the same as 4 and 8, then it is an solution. So what do Mr. Tan mean by that? I'm going to substitute the x equals to 4 into the equation. And let's check. When x is 4, what is the y in this equation? All right, there. That's why Mr. Tan substitute the x as 4. That will give me 2 times 4. And eventually, I will gather that y is equals to 8. Because 16 minus 8 is equals to 8. Sorry. And that is the answer that we have gathered. Okay, in case you don't understand this particular part, the missing step is actually, I'm going to write it at the side here. So I will have 2 times 4 is 8 plus y equals to 16. And therefore my y will be equals to, I will have to minus 8 on both sides of the equation. And that will give me 8, which is here. And so I'm going to compare when x is 4 and when I substitute into this equation, it does give me back my 8. And therefore, we can then now safely conclude the ordered pair 4, 8 is a solution of this particular equation. Okay, let's continue to try part B. So again, Mr. Tan here would like to just highlight it so that later it's easy for me to compare with my x. If I'm going to substitute x as -1, then we try to solve this equation. If it gives me -2, then it is an equation. It is a solution of this equation. If it is not, then it is not a solution. So here, step 1, I'm going to substitute my x as -1. And I'm going to find what is the y in this case. Okay, so we will have to do some algebra. How do I get this stage? I'm actually adding one on each side of the equation, and that will give me negative 5y equals to 12. And after which, I'm going to multiply by negative 1 on both sides to get rid of the negative sign. And that will then give me 5y is equals to negative 12. We can do the same operation on both sides of the equation to solve for the equation. And after which, we are going to divide by 5 on both sides. And when I do that, it does not, see that? It does not equals to 2. This answer here. Okay, it does not equals to 2. And because after substituting for negative 1, and it does not give me back negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, this ordered pair is not a solution of this equation. And let's continue to practice for part C. So I hope by now you all would have gathered the pattern already. That what is Mr. Tang going to do now? Yes, I'm going to substitute x as 4 and solve for y. And if y equals to 3, then 4, 3, this ordered pair is a solution of this equation. But if it is not, then it is not a solution. Yeah? And that's what's happening here. So I'm going to go a little bit faster since this is the third time I'm repeating this approach. And from here, once I substitute in the x as 4 and the intermediate steps, again, I would do it so that it's easier for everyone to follow. So 3 times 4 is 12. And after which, I will then need to minus 12 on both sides so that it will yield me 4y is indeed equals to 24 minus 12 is 12. And last, I will have to divide by 4 on both sides in order for me to get my 1y. And then 1. And the y is indeed 3. And since I have 4 and 3, 4, 3 is a solution of this equation. And I'm going to go quickly to part D now, since we all know the idea already. So again, I'm going to substitute 5 into x as shown. So my x now is 5. And I would have to solve for this particular equation. So again, I'm going to share with you the intermediate steps for those who may not be able to follow. So from this particular step, I will then have 35 negative 6y positive 5 equals to 0. And I'm going to continue to simplify. 35 plus 5 is 40. And of course, there's another way to go about thinking about this. I could actually plus 6y on both sides. And therefore, 40 is equal to 6y. And I hope you can see that 6y is indeed equals to 40. These are equivalent statements. And of course, the next step is for us to divide by 6 in order for us to get the 1y. And 40 divided by 6 does not, this particular answer does not equal to 5. And because it is not equal to 5, I can then safely say 5 is not a solution of this equation. We have come to the end of this particular video. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.